Principal Sir, Vice Principal Sir, learned colleagues, and dear students. Good morning to one and all. Good morning, sir. First of all, I wish a happy Makara Sankranthi to one and all. Students, Makara Sankranthi, a festival which is related to the sun. A festival related to the sun. Adideva namastubhyam prasida mama bhaskara divakara namastubhyam prabhakara namostute saptaswara samarudam prachandam kasya patmajam shveta padmadaram devam samsuryam pranamamyaham. This is one of the lyrics in the Suryastakam. This clearly shows that Surya Bhagavan is Adideva. The entire universe is mainly connected to sun. Now we know that even today and in the future generations also, the entire energy what we are getting is directly or indirectly from the sun itself. That's why sun is considered as Adideva, the first god to all of us. And the second important thing is, in the second thing what I have rendered here, Adideva namastubhyam prasida mama bhaskara divakara namastubhyam prabhakara namostute saptaswara samarudam prachandam kasya patmajam. Saptaswara samarudam. Mythologically it is said that the sun is having a chart with 7 horses. Yes, the 7 horses are the symbolic for 7 colors. As we know, present day white light is a combination of 7 colors. Historically, it has been compared with the 7 horses of the chariot of the sun. Saptaswara samarudam prachandam kasya patmajam. Prachandam, the energy what we are getting from the sun is enormous. Prachandam, we can't imagine. Shveta padmadaram devam. The Shveta padmam clearly shows white. White, the 7 colors appears as white. 7 colors appears as white. Shveta padmadaram devam tam suryam pranamamyam. This is how historically sun is interconnected to our life. Now let us discuss certain important things, how this Makara Sankranthi is connected to the sun and his tremendous energetic nature. We are Sankranthi, every year we are getting only in the 3 days, almost 13, 14 and 15. This is the only festival where we celebrate almost on the same dates. Why? If I talk in a simple way, let us start with the concept of the sunrise. We all know the sun is at the center of the solar system. All the planets are revolving around the sun. Yes, this concept has already been discussed in our Vedic times. That's why in the Navagrahas we keep the sun at the middle. All the planets are revolving around the sun. So this clearly shows that Earth is also revolving around the sun. That's what the philosophy of Vedic thing says. That's what the present science says. But still, the surprising thing is, even though we know today that sun is static, we are revolving, but daily we will say that good morning and sun rises in the east. Even today we are saying that sun rises in the east, even though we know the fact that sun is not moving, we are rotating. How? This is what the concept of relativity. I will tell a simple example. When you are sitting in a train, when the train is going with a great speed, when you look at the windows, what it appears? The trees are running like anything at the back. But is it so? In reality, you are moving forward, but the trees appears that they are going back. This is nothing but relativity. Even though Earth is revolving, even though we know that sun is static, but still daily we say that sun rises in the east. This is what the relative approach, what we have in science, which is already in our nature. Now, when you observe the sunrise, because the starting of this Sankranthi, everything we can start with the sunrise. When you observe the sunrise, you know this is the east direction. So if you observe the sunrise, throughout the year, sunrise will not take place in the same place. If you want to observe, throughout the year, sunrise will not take place at the same place. How? In the month of July, as we know that this is east, this is west, this is south, this is north. In the month of July, if you observe very clearly, sun will rise this side. Within the east, towards the south, towards the north direction, it will arise during the time of July. From July onwards, day to day, sunrise will go on coming like this. At the day of Makara Sankranthi, if you observe very clearly, sun will be exactly at the end corner of that what we call it as southeast. Sun will be at the southeast. So, in the month of July, sun will be in the northeast. In the month of January, sun will be in the month of southeast. So, what happened during the 6 months? During the 6 months, sun start from here will go on like this. As it is the south direction and this is the north direction and the sun is going towards the sun, that's why that 6 months we call it as Dakshinayana. Ayanam means journey, prayana. Towards which direction? Sun is going towards south direction. And from Makara Sankranthi, from tomorrow onwards, now from there, the sun journey starts towards this direction, which we call it as Uttarayanam. Uttarayanam. The sun journey starts towards the north direction. That will start from tomorrow onwards. So if you observe very clearly, these 3 days are the three particular days where the sun will be exactly at the southeast, which is a beautiful point for all the people who are in the research to conduct the research on the sun rays regarding the inclination of the sun rays. That's why every year scientists wait for these 3 days in order to conduct the research regarding the inclination of the sun rays and to study them, the behavior of the sun when it is that corner. That's why 13, 14, 15 of January plays an important role in the scientific world for performing several experiments if you go for astrophysics laboratories. Because to know the behavior of the sun when he was towards that direction. So now from tomorrow onwards the Uttarayanam will start. So in order to say that, now let us talk, this is that in one way describing the sun's journey. Now come to the change in the position of the sun. As far as the Vedic things is concerned, we are having 2 types of measurement of time. One is Sauramana, one is Chandramana. Sauramana, the word itself indicates it is the study of the time based on the sun, whereas Chandramana is based on the moon. Most of our festivals we perform based on Chandramana. That's why we call it as Chandramana Yugadi. Based on the lunar motion, we perform that, where all our rituals and all our festivals. Whereas this is the only festival where we perform based on Sauramana. That's why we call this as Makara Sankranthi. First of all, you observe the word Sankranthi. What is the meaning of the Sankranthi? Sankranthi is the word which means Sankramanam. Sankramanam, the change, the new thing in the life. Now, every month, sun will change from one side, zodiac sign, to other constellation. So that's why this Sankranthi will not come only in the month of January. Every month we are having Sankranthi. Whether you accept or not, every month we are having Sankranthi. Every month, 13, 14, 15 is the Sankranthi only. But that constellation name we will do. That means, as tomorrow, sun will come into the Makara Rasi, that's why we call it as Makara Sankramanam or Makara Sankranthi. Whereas in the month of December, it is previous constellation. Okay, next Kumbha, Meena, then Mesha Sankramanam will come. That Mesha Sankramanam only, actually, we will call it as the Vishu festival where Kerala people will celebrate. That's why observe very clearly the Vishu will come in the month of April 13, 14, 15 almost. Because during that time the sun come into the Mesha Rasi, that is considered as a new year for them. That's why that is considered as a Vishu. That's why Tamila Ugadi we call it as. Whereas we perform Ugadi on Chandramana Ugadi, whereas Tamil and Kerala will perform that as a Sauramana Ugadi. That's why these festivals are mainly linked with the sun. And all the components are linked to the origin, the movement of the sun. And in fact, this is totally based on the measurement of time. This is measurement of time. Again you observe 13, 14, 15. Previously up to 2007, if you observe very clearly, we have Sankranti on 14th of January. After 2007, if you observe the calendar, every year we are getting Sankranti of Makara Sankranthi on January 15th. Why? Because the Sankravana every year delays for 20 minutes. 20 minutes there is a delay in the Sankravana every year. That is the reason why when it is delayed for 20 minutes every year, when you go for 72 years, it will convert as 1 day. That's why up to 2007, almost we celebrated Sankranti on 14th of January. From that time onwards, for 72 years, almost it's a fixed. We will celebrate the Sankranti on January 15th. This is how the Vedic mathematics has beautifully calculated all these things. The surprising thing here you have to appreciate here is the concept of Panchanga and the concept of calculation Vedic times has done without the knowledge of telescope. Without the knowledge of telescope, they have done the entire calculation. That's the power of Indian Vedic mathematics. That's the power of Indian Vedic mathematics. In the Panchanga now it is very clear, after 50 years, when the eclipse will come, already it is written. Not tomorrow, next year, after 50 years, when the eclipse will come. Not only the day they mentioned the time of starting of eclipse, the end of the eclipse, and what type of eclipse is it, a partial or complete, lunar or solar. Everything it is in Panchanga based on the Vedic mathematics calculation. That's the power of Indian Vedic mathematics. That's the power of Indian. Second thing, that is the reason why recently we have a launch of Aditya L1. For the launch of Aditya L1, again the scientist has revised, has taken off the knowledge which is in the Vedas, because till now no country tried even to go near to the sun. Of course, we also do not go near to the sun because it is very difficult to bear. At least to start the knowledge, different countries don't have the sufficient information, but India is having so much of information in the form of Vedas, in the form of Upanishads and Puranas. One such example we can take from Hanuman Chalis. I think you know the story of Hanuman. In the Hanuman Chalis it says that our Hanuman considered sun as an apple. It wanted to take the apple, so he started to fly. It is how the Hanuman Chalis will go. In the Tulsidas Hanuman Chalis in Hindi, there is a 3-4 words which says that Yuga Yojana Maila Duram. That means when Hanuman considered that as an apple, he wanted to go near the sun. Then what is the distance he has travelled? Tulsidas has written in the very clear way in the Hanuman Chalis, saying that the distance between the sun and the earth is approximately Yuga Yojana Duram. Okay? Yuga Sahasra Yojana Duram. Yuga Sahasra Yojana Duram. Yuga, actually it is a meaning of like light year. What we are having light year, Yuga also symbolizes some 1200 years. Sahasra, 1000. Okay? Yojana, converted to miles. When you do the rough calculation, you will get approximately 150 million kilometers. And till now, scientists have proved that Yes, this is the distance between the sun and the earth. This is the so now Hanuman considered the sun as an apple. Why? Because morning time we know that sun is red in color. Red in color. Really, when you are in an open area with seashore or something, even you also can feel that sun is like an apple. That beautiful yellow, red, orange mixed color will be there. Okay, that's what in the Hanuman Chalis also is represent that Swarna Ranjita, not Swarna Ranjita, that red color is described. And we know present, it is based on scattering of light. We know that it's based on scattering of light. But in the Vedic times itself, that description has been given. That is how the different type of Puranas, Hanuman Chalis, Aditya Hridayam. This is one of the best thing which describes about the sun. Aditya Hridayam was given, of course, during the time of Rama Ravana Samhara. During that time, Aditya Hridayam was given by Agastya Mahamuni. It clearly tells about the description of the sun. It clearly mentions that sun is the main thing responsible for the energy. And today, we are all witnessing that. That is how the total Indian culture is, that is mainly which is related to the sun, is interlinked with the science in so many different ways. And the second important thing is, come to these three festivals. As the astronomy is considered, Makara Sankranthi is very important, as sun is the main source. In terms of health point of view also, sun plays an important role. For example, if a child is having some small problem like jaundice, what the doctor will suggest? He will advise to keep the child in the sun for half an hour. Why? Because the D vitamin what we are getting from the sun is very, very important for the development of what? Yes, resistance power. That's the reason why during the time of Corona, doctors advise walking and how to spend time under the sun. Because we are, as we know, the sun's energy mainly consists of three types of radiations. One is ultraviolet radiation, one is infrared radiation. For all these three radiations, sun is the main source. And apart from that, sun is the very important type of a wave. That sun rays are electromagnetic wave. And now come to the energy how we are getting from the sun. That's what in the Vedas it is mentioned that the sun is like a burning core, what we are telling. That means entire energy is almost, most of the energy is within the sun. Yes, and we know the present day science, it is because of the nuclear fusion. Because most of the hydrogen is near the stars, and we know that sun is the closest star to the earth. Sun is the closest star to the earth. So, and we know that in every star, the hydrogen fuses and gives heat and light. That's why in the Vedas also it is mentioned that sun is the main source of energy. That's why it is considered, as I told, Adideva Namastubhyam. We have to always worship the God. That's what, even if you go for any civilization, the worshipping of sun is a common in most of the civilizations. Now come to this Makara Sankranthi is also linked with which generally we call it as a farmer's festival. Yes. Why it is a farmer festival? By the time of January, the crop yield will come. I think you might have experience now even today. The crop yield has come to the respective houses. We call it as Dhanya Lakshmi. Once the yield has completed, we should make the field ready for the next crop. So in order to make it ready for the next crop, what we have to do? That dirt we have to clear. So to clear the dirt which is in the field only, actually we have the Bogi Mandalu. So actually the Bogi Mandalu, why? It is not for burning the tires and plastic, no. It is the thing where we can burn the all waste material in the field, where not on the road, in the field itself. Because once you burn in the field, it becomes a manure for the next crop. It becomes a manure for the next crop. That is the reason why the Bogi Mantalu we will celebrate. First you burn all the things. It symbolically represents that even whatever the unwilling things, whatever the negative things within our mind, we have to remove. Because in olden days, Sankranti used to celebrate as a new year, whether we accept or not. Now we are celebrating Ugadi. In so many years back, Sankranti used to celebrate as a new year. Later on, because of the other things, that's what I said now, because of development of other things, it has changed. Why? Because all the farmers will start enjoying, because they will have sufficient money to celebrate the festival, mainly during the time of Sankranti. That's why in olden days, Ugadi, that means year starting, they used to consider as Sankranti itself. Now it is changed as Ugadi. That is how the first day will complete. Now the second day, what we call it as Sankranti, where we have to enjoy with our family members. And the third day, Kanuma. We know that Kanuma is a festival linked with the animals. Because in our Indian society, we treat, because everywhere, God is there everywhere. Even we have to see God in the animal husbandry. Because those animals helped us a lot while cultivating the field. That's why in the memory of that, the third day is dedicated to animal husbandry. We have to just do certain things for the sake of animals. This is how in our culture we are not living anything. We are considering that means the plants as a sacred thing. We are considering the animals as a sacred thing, and we are all human. Already we know each other that every human is sacred. Like that, Jagata Vasudaika Kutumbakam, the concept of Vasudaika Kutumbakam will start because of all our festivals. That is also one of the reasons why we are celebrating all these three types of festivals in our culture. So like that, the concept of sun plays a very important role in throughout our life and throughout our life journey. So students, whenever not only Makara Sankranti, every festival is having a reason for that. You please know the reason, then you can feel that festival still more better. Instead of doing the things without reason, know the things in a better way, so that they will be meaningful, and there will be application of that throughout your life. So students, that's why sun, as he is a main source of energy, and we have to always consider that as Adideva, and we have to do further research if you want. If you are interested, you can go further research, you can discover certain things even regarding to the sun's atmosphere. What is falling? Of course, still as I told, the temperature of the sun is playing a very important role in the cyclone formation. I think you might have studied in your social studies. When the temperature is very, very high, that means during the summer season, the temperature increases like anything. And because of increased temperature only, the winds formation takes place. This winds formation plays an important role in the rain. That is how the sun's radiation plays an important role in the balancing of our entire nature. The total nature is balancing based on the sun's radiation only. Is it clear? So students, take it as an inspiration and think about a festival before celebrating. You will come to know so much of knowledge regarding that. I thank our principal sir.